Hey guys, Aaron here, welcome back to another Super Nintendo ROM Hack video. As it is that time of the year, I thought I'd try and do something a bit different, so I've managed to get a Christmas themed ROM hack. Today I'm going to be playing Mario's Christmas Quest. I'm of course playing this on the Super Nintendo Mini without issues. So I did already complete this earlier on. It does definitely get difficult later in the game. There's a couple of places, but I've got the general gist, so now I'm going to be recording. Hopefully it's all going to go okay. It was the night before Christmas and trouble was afoot. Santa Claus had vanished and so Mario was sent to the North Pole to investigate. So Santa Claus has been kidnapped, so we need to go and rescue him. So let's start off in Santa's workshop. And already you can kind of see the background graphics, at least, don't really look like they would come from a Mario game. I'm sure it's been ripped from another Super Nintendo game. If you know, please let me know. It's bugging me. So the beginning of this stage is a bit confusing. It took me a while to figure out that you can use the candy canes as ladders. Once you've got that figured out, the rest of the stage really isn't that bad. So let's just continue across the top here. Dodging all of those enemies, nothing too major. There's a few dead ends on this stage as well where you can pretty much kill yourself if you kind of run into it without taking too much notice. So let's just drop down to the right and we should be coming up to the end of the stage. That should be Santo's grotto done. So the next level, thankfully, it definitely is more Mario-like. So let's just move on to the quest begins. Got to give it a save. And yeah, that's definitely better. And we even get some custom music as well. In this case, Jingle Bells. So let's grab that fire flower. Yeah, the earlier stages I didn't really have too many problems with. It definitely ramps up the difficulty. For a 15-20 minute game, it sure took me a lot longer to actually complete the first time anyway, so hopefully it's going to go alright here. Let's grab that halfway marker. Some of the blocks are placed up quite high as well, so you need to get a bit of a running jump in there. Now, as you can see, the top centre of the screen, you do have a different HUD, which seems to work very similar to Mario 64's really. So you take hits basically, you don't lose a power up straight away anyway. But some areas do drop down that meter, so if you get into water for example, it will continue dropping. Yeah, that stage wasn't too bad at all. This is where things really start to heat up, so let's go into the tower. I'm assuming that was supposed to say secret base. And I can't not talk about the background music here. It does seem really out of place, but on the same page I kind of like it. It's not bad. So, this is where we start to use a bit more advanced Mario techniques here. So there's going to be some spinning on Fromps and a few other bits coming up. So try not to lose my feather if possible here. Just jump across those. Excellent. And we've got our halfway checkpoint. So you've got to take the top area here. Now, this area in particular, I had a few problems with because, again, like the candy canes, I did not realise there were ladders. So it took me a bit of a while to figure this out. So we just head up top here. Try and take out any of the enemies if possible. Jump across them. Yeah, some really weird design choices for this level. So you have these big boulders that just constantly come towards you. Don't know why, I won't judge, but we're up to our first proper boss. First time I got here, it took me a little while to kill him off. So basically, you just need to throw the shells up, that's not an issue at all. The problem arises when you do stupid things like that, or when he changes attack pattern, so I'm sure he's going to try that out in a second. I think he starts dropping bazookas or nukes, something like that. Yeah, don't quite know why, but there we go, he starts moving in a different pattern here. Grab that shell. if anything, it's quite a lot easier to hit him when he's ducking down. When he starts speeding up though, you've really got no chance. I think that's it. Okay, we've got the star. So that's that area done, so we move on to Mushroom Cliffs now. Let's give it a quick continue and save. So we should be going back to a more traditional Mario level now. But it's not very Christmassy. I'm kind of finding that a bit of a pattern with this game. Only a few of the levels seem to have anything to do with Christmas, but it's still a nice little game that's, yeah, only 15 minutes long, so you can't really complain too much. Let's just jump across here. Now with the cape, definitely helps with the gliding. Unfortunately I've lost it, so unless I come across another one, yeah, we can use the spin attack as well. Keep forgetting about that, so that's definitely going to come in handy. So I think we need to head up here. If I can actually make the cloud, that's better. Let's follow the arrow. Don't think I've come across any pipes that are accessible. Something else I didn't really talk about is during the levels, or at least some of them, you can get like the Yoshi coins. They've been changed on this. But it still is a nice extra touch to get you to replay the game. I don't think I'm going to bother collecting any of those. They seem to be in some really odd places. So we're in the underground ice caverns, it would appear. One thing I must say, I love the music here. If anyone does know which game it's come from, and I'm pretty sure it's been ripped from another game. Yeah, if you know it, please do let me know. It's kind of chill. Kind of suits this level really well. So we got a few enemies here. We got a snowman. That's our first proper Christmas themed enemy, I guess. I don't know what game that's come from, but I'm sure it's been ripped. Let's just get across these pipes here. Of course, can use the spin attack, but I'm sure I will when I need to. A lot of charging chucks in this game as well, so they can be a bit annoying, but nothing too major if you know how to deal with them. So let's just get across here. Wait for him to disappear. And I think that should be coming up to the end of the stage. Yeah, get a bit of extra bounce there. And we're back to the Jingle Bells. Perfect. I think there is only one more level to do now. It is definitely the most difficult in the game. And probably the one I've got the most issues with as well. I'll get into that in a bit anyway. So we're storming the castle now. So this is kind of like your traditional fortress from a Mario World game. Yeah, just need to make sure I'm all tooled up for the job here. So yeah, I've got my power-ups. Yeah, this level in particular is very frustrating, as you will see, or I'll tell you about my problems with it. So, firstly, you get these spike pits. Now, if I fell off to the right here, it wouldn't really be too much of a problem, but if you fall down this gap to the right here, you're not getting back out. So, yeah, it probably could have done with a bit more work to discover these little bugs, but for a game that was probably only made in a few days, did a good job of it. I'm not going to complain about it, but there's definitely some bugs that should have been fixed here. Right, let's grab some of those coins. That will give us back some health. Not quite sure why I would want to get this fire flower, but I couldn't turn it down. So let's continue upwards. So I think we got a checkpoint coming up soon enough. Yep, there's our checkpoint. So just want to watch out for that enemy actually. Didn't really do a great job there, so we've got our door up ahead, and that's going to take us to the section where I had a lot of difficulties. So I'll just grab that feather. Perfect. Head through the door. Now this was the part of the level that took me a while to get by. Why? I don't know if it's possible to get past a certain point without the cape. But basically, if you lose the cape, it makes it pretty much impossible to get further. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I just had serious difficulties there. So let's not lose the cape this time and try and jump over. So we get a load of saws coming down. Use some of those spin jumps to not get killed. Just time this right. So this is the area that I had great difficulty. When I say great difficulty, it took me a long time to perfect this. So basically you can spin jump on the saws or the flames, but you kind of have to get the game to, yeah, do that. I don't know how it happens, it just does. So yeah, just be aware of that if you want to give that a go for yourself. So we've finally reached the end of the game, the boss room. And again, the boss doesn't really fit the theme of the game. Just throwing that out there anyway. It took me a few goes to get this right, so you need to avoid all of the flames. Or at least I'm assuming they're flames. When he gets into the middle of the screen, he turns blue. You need to jump on him. He falls into the water, and that somehow kills him. You need to do this a few times. So it can just be a bit random with where the flames go. And jumping into the water, for some reason anyway, it does take away health if you're in there for more than maybe half a second. So let's just repeat this. Yeah, let's just dodge all those flames. Yeah, that turned out pretty well, so let's just jump on him again. Make sure he's in the middle. Perfect. Hopefully just one more time now. So, gonna try and stay out of his way as much as possible anyway. I don't think there's any other way to kill him than doing this. Having a fire flower or a cape I don't think's going to work, but I don't have one to try. So let's just complete the second stage of his fight. And he should turn blue. Let's jump on him. Perfect. Demon was defeated, Santa freed, and saved Christmas. It's all that matters, I guess. Would I recommend this ROM hack? I'm not really too sure. I found it too frustrating, to be honest. Compared to a lot of the other Mario ROM hacks I played, this wasn't as enjoyable. But as it is a very quick, short ROM hack, maybe you want to give it a go. Just be prepared for some issues later in the game. If you are watching this at Christmas time, well, I hope you have a great Christmas. I will be back soon with another Super Nintendo ROM hack video. As always, I'd love to hear some of your comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, maybe give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel as well, it would be amazing if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.